Well, alrighty, guys. Welcome back to another session of not backtesting, daily recaps, where I am gonna go and cover today's price action. And today's date is Friday, March 6th, and we didn't take any trades today. It was just kind of chopped. I do want to talk about a possible entry that we could have entered, but it's kind of hard to even say could have. I will admit there was no entry. Let's just put it that way. Sorry, I was hella thirsty. But yeah, there was literally nothing here for us, and yeah, let's just go from the top down. Talk about what we was looking for though, and I still want to document, right? Still want to journal it. Still want to talk about it. Still want to see if there was any opportunity, and so forth. With that being said, let's drop in on it. So, taking a look on the daily, being that today is Friday, the weekly in itself, the entire weekly candle did not do anything, right? So, the entire weekly candle is just closing as a what? Inside week candle, right? Here on NQ, as it is just an inside week. And it kind of been an inside week, bro, for like the last 4 weeks, bro. I didn't even go front to, right? So, ideally, we wanted to see this happen. That's why. Why is that there? Right. Ideally, we wanted to see this. Yo, what is going on right now? Holy shit. Okay, now we're going somewhere. Okay, there you go. Right. Ideally, I wanted to see this for the week. However, that didn't happen, and we impacted this weekly low here. And this is where you seen the reaction out of it early in the week, where we had that Tuesday reversal. And with this Tuesday reversal, we had Wednesday push up, and we actually had a Wednesday CISD where we could go and protect that to that Tuesday low, and we wanted to see price go and expand upwards, at least minimal to this high, which what does it do? It feeds back down into the range, and now we are just going back downwards, in and out, and now it's just an inside week. Ideally, this is not the type of profiles that you want to trade, and this is just a daily consolidation. Best case scenario now is just waiting for us to get outside of this range, but it's been consolidating sideways for fucking ever, pretty much, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Got all of this right here. Got all of this. This entire thing in general is just a massive consolidation, bro. And it's been going on for weeks, dog. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? There's literally no clear order flow of where we're going. With that being said, this is how the market is right now. Kind of tough. But you can still participate in it, right? You can still trade the C2, trade the C3 downwards, and that's what we was looking for this Friday. We did take notice that YM was in a downwards flowing market, and with YM in the downwards flowing market, I was more leaning on the bearish end. However, we could have traded the TGIF. Only problem with me wanting to trade a TGIF is I wasn't aiming at taking it on YM, as YM is the most bearish, but it was like I didn't really want to go and trade it on NQ either, because NQ is an inside week and is consolidating. So that's where it was kind of like I was torn up about it, because of the fact that YM was an extremely bearish asset, while NQ was a bullish asset, but it was just within this consolidation range, and trying to trade something within a consolidation range like that is already lower probability in itself. So I was thinking bullish here. Well, I was just torn. I had like barely any bias, because I wanted it to be bullish, but what I wanted to see was a sweeping of this 4-hour low to then trade up higher, which we didn't get, right? We actually just kind of left here, and we left a devil's mark. With that devil's mark like that, on 10 a.m., it just went a straight up expanded. The best case scenario would have been for this to happen, and then we get the CISD, and then we get the continuation off of like a 15-minute C2 closure like this. Boom, and then you get your continuation entry for the TJF. Then you can trade, because this is strength switching. We're going to have nice structure, but you cannot trade away from a wicked out 10 a.m. candle like that, right? So that's why I was still leaning more on the bearish end to get it down to there. We see market go up. I seen this C2 closure. Once I seen this C2 closure, this is where I actually started to just call it a day, because NQ went and tapped into these highs that's located there now. So it's kind of like I seen the C2 closure, but at the same time, if we're looking on the 3-minute time frame, It's just not really for me. I don't even think I was paying attention anymore. Yeah, the C2 happened at 11:15. Wasn't even at the charts anymore. Like I'm not interested in taking any trades anymore at this point. On a Friday after a V-shaped reversal off of the low where we're possibly doing a TGIF. So it's kind of like everything was just low probability to me. Could we have framed longs? I don't think so. The long would have only happened on NQ on YM. But again, like I said, this 10 a.m. wick did not have a wick. So when it exploded upwards, I didn't really trust it, as these aren't really like, I didn't really trust putting my stop loss here, right? Even if this continuation OB didn't really do a continuation OB, would have been all the way up here. And yeah, you would have got stopped out of break even as well. So realistically, just nothing here for me. I did think about taking this. This was another one that I took, or not take, thought about taking, was this 15-minute candle here. The opening of the 11 a.m. continuation up at least the data highs. And then I was thinking about taking this one, but then I was like, yo, this doesn't make sense, right? If I enter just like that, I am looking for 2R. Where is 2R? Reversing the entire daily candle. You know what I mean? That's not it, Chief, bro. I ain't going front to you. This is what we're trying to go and aim for. We're trying to reverse this entire daily candle to go all the way back up there. Nah, that's not happening either. That never did ever happen in its life. You know what I mean? It's like a 300-point wick, dog. Literally. So yeah, there wasn't that either. So with that all being said, realistically, there was no trades today, nothing high quality, and it was just a chill out day, right? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. But I can't really talk on anything else because that's exactly how it went. Was really just boring and didn't have anything that up to par. The best entry that would have been good would have been this C2 right here, and trading this C3 up to at least data highs. But the problem with this was this C2 that's located all the way up at the top of this range of data highs is you're trying to flip this over fucking pretty much a 400-point candle or whatever, right? From bottom to top, to, or at least from bottom to daily opening price is how much points? It is going to be literally a 400 wick candle. So with that being said, there was no trades there. Nothing much to talk about. Nothing really. I can't really jump into detail and make some shit up. So I'm going to end the session here. And if you guys like this type of content, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next session. Peace.